I'm Shiza. I'm working on computer vision projects right now, researching at University Health Network and Toronto Metropolitan University, and basically looking at MRIs and gaining insights from computer vision models to see what kind of preventative measures you could take for things like brain tumors. AI is so beneficial to the healthcare space, from predicting which patient needs a ventilator the most to diagnosing different types of cancers. And there were just so many cool use cases that, obviously I had to try it out. So I started off with building projects within this cross-section of AI and healthcare called computer vision. And computer vision gives computers the ability to see and analyze images. So for context, in computer vision, there are a few tasks, with the main ones being classification and segmentation. So the first one is classification. And classification looks at an image and answers the question of what objects are in the image. For example, this is a project that I built a while ago, and it could basically differentiate between different types of tumors, saying that each image is either a glioma, meningioma, or pituitary tumor. So that's classification. Another task is segmentation. And segmentation not only answers the question of what objects are in the image, but also where are those objects located through precise boundaries. So this is another project that I built recently, and it could basically segment where brain tumors are from MRI scans with 93% accuracy. Even for medical experts, these images are just looking at them and processing them is just so time intensive, so inefficient and inaccurate. So automating this process just makes life easier. I essentially started off talking about my journey with AI. So started off with healthcare because that's what I've been doing, but then I branched it off to cybersecurity just because the theme of this entire conference was also cybersecurity and data security. So talking a bit about the positive influences that AI can play on cybersecurity, and then touching upon the fact that not many people consider the negative implications of technology. So focusing more on the negative sides of cybersecurity and AI and how you could potentially try to mitigate those threats. So AI, basically, if you guys don't know, it generates images, it generates text, it generates videos, it generates audio. The problem with this is that the supply in misinformation is exponentially growing. You can't really trace back the content to its reliable source because you can't tell the difference if it's real or fake. And because of this, you have so much misinformation, and specifically within this, in cybersecurity, one of the main sources of misinformation are deepfakes. Deepfakes basically take a person's image, and specifically their body and face, and digitally alter that to show another face, another appearance. The way this works is through an autoencoder, which contains two parts, an encoder and a decoder. So the encoder, first of all, what it does is it finds out the features that are human as. So we all have similar features on our face. We have eyes, mouth, nose, ears. So it takes all of that of one image, of one person, and then it stores that information and feeds it to the decoder. The decoder then connects all those features and all those similarities between human beings, and then it kind of attaches that to a new person. So you're basically altering their face, their body based on that. And because you're connecting it, think of it kind of like Bluetooth, right? You connect devices to do tasks. Here you're connecting faces. And you can do tasks with this because if you say something or you do some sort of body language with those similar features, your eyes, your mouth, your ears, all of those would be mimicked on the reconstructed image over there. Let's look at an example of this.
Imagine this for a second. One man with total control of billions of people's stolen data, all their secrets, their lives, their futures. I owe it all to Spectre. Spectre showed me that whoever controls the data controls the future.
So this is actually not Mark Zuckerberg. This is a deep fake of him. So somebody basically imitated him using that thing that I just talked about called deepfakes. Within cybersecurity, there's a lot of threats that could happen. One that I touched upon in my presentation were deepfakes, which are essentially these generated videos that supposed to appear some sort of person and give some misinformation, but it's not actually that person, it's just AI generating that image based on other human features. So this, for example, has caused so many dilemmas and so many problems within the cybersecurity space. I was talking specifically about one company that lost around $243,000 just because of one deepfake attack. And this can be scaled to so many different businesses around the world if they're not aware of this. So the point in the end that I conveyed was, how can you be ready for this? You need to think about the negative implications to be ready. You need to train your employees to think about how to mitigate this. You need to essentially just look at different sort of treatments, different algorithms to mitigate the problem of deepfakes, because it's a huge problem in the cybersecurity space that not many people are aware about. But because of the constant rise and advancements in AI, it's going to be huge, and so people need to know about it. It provides so much value to different spaces like healthcare and cybersecurity, but this technology can also take a turn for the worse. We need to pay more attention to the negative implications of applications that AI might have. And we need to work on mitigating them so that we don't have to face these thousands of dollars lost in our business and such. So as we're moving towards automation, we should definitely keep this in mind and always think about the negative side of things. Thank you.